Hi y'all, this is Rebel Knitter Podcast, I think episode 7. I'm your host Emmy. On most social media you can find me as CineEmi. We also have a Ravelry group that you can head on over to Ravelry. It's the Rebel Knitter Podcast group. I would like to thank all the people that have contacted me through Instagram and Ravelry the past 2 weeks. A bunch of people contacted me asking me if I was okay. I'm fine. I lost my voice last week, and I had to get my mom to help me. She gave me some sort of southern homemade remedy thing that involved lemon juice and some sort of nasty tasting alcoholic beverage, and it got my voice back, but I did not feel well afterwards to record. So I didn't record last week, and I've kind of decided that instead of recording on Thursdays like I have been doing, I'm going to record on either Monday or Tuesday. I'm doing this on Monday, but it should be up Tuesday, maybe Wednesday at the latest, depending on how things work out. I decided to change when I record, mainly due to the fact that originally I was supposed to record on Fridays, but then when I started the podcast, I realized my dad works from home on Fridays. So I don't want to record when people are in the house because, one, it makes me uncomfortable, and two, I don't want to bother anyone in the house. Mainly my dad. I don't know what he thinks I do on Fridays when he's home, but after an incident, like right after I got back from school, where he was home and I was putting my clothes away in my closet, like his office is right, we share a wall with my closet. And I was just putting clothes away, and it was apparently very, very loud. So since then, I try to be really quiet. So basically what I do when he's home is I write on my computer in my room and don't leave my room, because he has like work conference calls and things, and I don't really want to be out and moving around and stuff and bother him. So I sit quietly in my room and write or knit. Usually writing, because I don't actually make much money from it, but I'm a writer. I went to film school originally to be a director, but I already had loved writing since I was really little, and I just got bit by the script writing bug, and that's kind of, I've been working on a couple of scripts, and I really need to figure out what to do with them, because they didn't really mention that in the film school. It was more of actually making films, not on what really to do with the scripts you write, because it was more film set related, not script writing related. But yeah, so I don't want to shoot on Fridays, and Thursdays, if something happens, then I can't shoot on Friday or the weekend, because both my parents are home then. So I decided it'd probably be best to move filming on until Monday, so that, you know, things tend to happen on the weekends more than any other time. So I was like, I can just do it on Mondays and just switch it around. So it'll be I'll be recording on Mondays, and it'll either be put up Mondays or Tuesdays, or if something really bad happens, Wednesday. I think this might be put up Wednesday, just because I have a lot of things that I have to do this week. Getting into what has happened this week, or the past 2 weeks. Yarn. I ordered this at the same time as all the other yarn I got, but it took the longest, and I think it's because it's a self-striping yarn. It came in this awesome little gumball, or whatever it's called. I think it was called Gumball online, and it's from the Yarn Jar. It is 4-ply fingering weight, 75/25 superwash merino. It's 460 yards, and it is machine washable. And I have not opened it yet, but I did notice it's Gryffindor colors. But I did notice it came with a little charm, a Deathly Hallows charm, which I was actually looking, because when I do these socks, I wanted a Harry Potter charm to put on it, and it came with one. See right there, Deathly Hallows. Yay! Wow, it's really soft. I love it. It's really nice. But yeah, I've watched some videos on how to dye this, because I'm thinking about starting to maybe dye my own yarn, mainly just for myself at the moment. But a friend of mine decided to start dyeing yarn recently, and I've watched her do it through Skype, and I was like, I really want to do it, because I used to love tie-dyeing and stuff when I was little. I was like, it could save me money if I dye my own yarn. But she tried doing self-striping, and she just couldn't, because it takes a lot of work to do self-striping, and explains why self-striping is so much more expensive. But I'm really excited for this. I have I have 3 socks on the needles right now, so I'm gonna have to wait for that. But this weekend I'm going to be going to a signature needle trunk show. I've been saving up for it, so I'm really excited. And when the needles that I get from there, 2 sets are going to be like sock needles, so I'm going to be using those on that yarn. Alright, so I'm going to do FOs first and then works in progress. Alright, so I finished my dad's hat. It's the Kinote or whatever by Boyland Knits. It actually blocked out really well. When I made, Mom got Dad to close his eyes. He knows he's getting a hat. Wow, the color just went off. Seems like it appears blue on my screen. I don't know why. Nope, that doesn't help. It could be, I don't really know why it's blue. It's really weirding me out, but, because this is blue, but I do have a lot of blue in here, even though the wall's pink. I'm gonna ignore it. So, it blocked out really nicely, but I put it on Dad's head. Mom made him close his eyes, and I put it on, and it was a little bit snug. It fit Mom and I perfectly. So I blocked it. I wasn't actually gonna block it, but I blocked it, and now it's kind of really loose on my head. And I really like it. I'm gonna make another one because I have another ball of this. But I just love the pattern. Once I got used to it, it was actually really, really cool to knit. And it, again, blocked out really nicely, because there were some areas on here I was a little worried about. But the stitches just blocked out really well. And my other finished one, my first ever fully finished shawl, and let's see, this is the front, is the Irish Shawl by, I know it's Heart and Soul Designs, but I can't remember. I know it's K something or other. I am so sorry that I can't remember right now, and I don't have my notes with me because this is actually the second time I'm recording this. When I started recording before, I had everything set up and my computer was right next to me, but then there was a loud one of those like emergency things, and I jumped up and ran to get it, and then to figure out what was going on. It turns out it was just the testing of the emergency system on my parents' radio. So when I got back, I was just like, I didn't even realize my computer was across the room until just right now when I went to go look for her name, and it's all the way on the other side of the room because I'd had it on my lap and stuff. And yeah, so I will look that up and put it in the show notes. But it's called Irish Shawl. It is going to be, this I made to sell on my Etsy shop. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's really warm too. But yeah, this is going on my Etsy shop. My mom wants to steal it, but she would have to pay for it because I need the money. So yeah, it was a really fun knit. It's a little bit shorter than I think what the pattern called for. I only had 2 balls of the yarn, and the yarn is actually quite expensive, so I didn't want to go and buy a third. And by the 10th repeat of the 24-row repeat, that was the main body of the shawl, I was getting low on yarn. I actually think this is how much yarn I have left, and I don't know how much it looks to y'all out there, but to me it's not a lot. And I really wanted to do, they had 2 border options, or edge options, And I really wanted to do this one that was like little scallops. And so when I got to the end of the 10th repeat, I was just like, I'm not doing 11th, which is what it was originally for, was 11 repeats of the pattern. So I just went with 10 and then did the border and had this tiny bit left that I don't know what I'm going to do with. But yeah, so I think I made the right decision. This will be going up again at my Etsy store by the end of the week. And I'm really excited. And then works in progresses. Let's see. Alright, so y'all know that I've been doing well, those of you who aren't new, know I've been doing the Jimmy Bean's Tosh Shawl Bespeckled Club. It's Madeline Tosh yarns, and each month you get a different clue. And I'm on the second one. I just got an email a little while ago that my third month, my March one, just shipped today. I've been working on it along with the socks. Once I finished the Irish shawl, I really wanted to work on the socks that I had, and but I really want to work on something else also. So I just was like, I'll do February's clue, and then work on the socks. But so I've been working on the February's clue with the purple yarn. Right now I'm almost to the end of the February's clue. You have to keep doing the same repeat over and over again until I run out of the white speckled yarn. I really love the way this feels. It's really soft. But the shape is a little odd for me. I'm not really a fan of the like weirdly shaped shawls, but hey, it's fun to knit and really soft. So I have, I think, about 4 more repeats of that, and then I should be done with the white yarn, and then it's like 4 rows after that you're done for this month. So by the time I finish this month's clue, or last month's clue, the next month's yarn should be here, so I can start that. Alright, my Helen Stewart sock club, I don't know how much further I'm along than I was last time, but the socks, I'm almost halfway through the foot. I kind of stopped these because I'm doing a test knit that is a pair of socks, and I was trying to finish these before I started that, but it's been like 2 weeks since I got the pattern, and I really want to get those done in a timely fashion, and I'm really slow at knitting socks since I'm just new to it. So I kind of put these on pause and started the other ones. And my last work in progress for this week are the test knit, which I am going to show them. I'm not going to say what the pattern's called or who they're by. I don't even know when they're going to be out. But I'm just going to show them. These are knitting up faster than any socks, which I've only worked on 3 pairs of socks so far. But they're knitting up really fast. Like, I only cast these on a day ago, maybe I think it was Sunday, and it's Monday, so I think a day ago. And I only have 2 more repeats before I can start the heel. And I don't really like the toe very much. I watched a Craftsy video on heels and toes, and I think next time I do a toe-up sock, I'm going to do a wedge toe, which is what I'm going to be doing with the Gryffindor socks. It's going to be toe up. So I'm going to do a wedge toe for that. But other than that, I really like these. The colorway is by Gamer Crafter or Game Crafter, something like that, from England, and it's called Head Bitch in Charge. I really did not intend to say that, but that's I didn't even think. So yeah, and there's my little turtle charm. And I love the way it looks. I have noticed that one sock, the black speckles are all on the front, and the other sock, the black speckles are all on the back. I really like the toe up method because Like, I can do the leg really fast. The leg and the heel takes me no time at all. It's the foot that always takes me a really long time because I don't like like, either if I'm not just straight knitting for some odd reason, like I go really slow on just the knitting portion, I like a pattern. So the foot, it's half of it is straight knitting and the other half is a pattern. So it always goes slower for me than like everything else. If it's a straight pattern, I can do it no problem. If it's just straight knitting the whole entire thing, no time at all. But too slow. So the fact that I'm getting this done first, and then I can just go into the heel, which I think is a short row heel, and then the leg, which is all pattern. I think I'm going to be done with this by the end of the week. I'm pretty sure I am, because I'm trying to do it really fast. So both of these should be done by next episode. I'm really happy. So very happy. Oh, the socks are awesome. And the last thing I'm going to mention before I cut off the episode is I've been seeing a couple podcasts, and I've gotten really into making sure that my Ravelry, that things I'm working on, I'm actually keeping that updated. Because before I've never really used it very much until January. So I've made a ton of stuff that's not on there, and I don't even want to try and put it on there because it would take too long for me to figure out when I started and when I finished and all this stuff. So I wanted to keep track, but I wanted like a hard copy type thing. So this is going to change, but I got this little notebook, and it's really nice. And so I've been keeping track. The pictures are horrible because I've been using, I got this during film school when I was doing my senior thesis film. I got this because a couple of the scenes I wanted to have like Kodak type pictures in it, and I also wanted to take kind of pictures on the film set that I could have automatically. And for some reason, I don't know if it's the new film that I put in there or what, but the pictures are like, if you see the hat I just finished, it looks all black. It's like really hard to see. So I'm kind of trying to find a good quality printer that will print them out that small, or maybe I'll just have to, print them out regular size and have a whole entire page just for the picture, because I want a picture with, because if you see, I have my first pair of socks, the first thing I finished this year. I have the picture, I have the information, I even put my notes that I put on Ravelry, and then I glued in a sample of the yarn. So I kind of want all of that in there so that if I want to remake it, I know what it looked like, I know what I did, kind of things that you can look on Ravelry for, but at the same time I want it hard copy so I can feel the yarn on the page, not really well, because again I glued it with a glue stick, so it's not really well in there, but it's in there well enough that that it stays. But so this is going to be my year's tracker. Next year I'm probably going to do something different because the little fake leather thing is starting to tear, and I don't know, I might try something different. But yeah, so this is my writer's journal. So next week, look for the next episode on Monday or Tuesday, and hit the subscribe and like button down below. It really helps me out, especially with the new changes to YouTube. And then head on over to Ravelry and join the podcast group, and I'll see you over there. See you next week. This has been Emmy with Rebel Knitter Podcast. God bless.